Hey, good evening, YouTube. All right, so we're back here on the bench. It's been quite exhausting, to say the least. Been trying to get some stuff done as far as the updates on the shop, all that good stuff, what have you. This camera turned on here. All right, so had a President Richard come back in and said he was having a little bit of an issue as far as with being just a little bit on the muffled side. So, hey, good evening. So, went ahead and took a look at it, did some research as far as on President's website, called a few of my buddies that are techs as well, and I have no idea who's trying to call me at the moment, but they're just going to have to wait. Anyhow, so we've got that going on. Good evening, Gary. Yeah, like I said, it's been exhausting, to say the least. But anyhow, like I said, went through this, checked it back out. We did this a couple of months ago, but this is the first one that I did an auto keyer in. So went back and we double checked a few things, and that was one of the things that wanted to kind of get into here a little bit. Real simple deal as far as to take care of the, small little issue. Another thing too is I've also hung up some new lighting, so I can actually change the format on my lighting here. So let's see if we can zoom in here a little bit. Back in frame. There we go. I am liking the new camera. So anyhow, get in here a little bit. So when I tapped in to do the auto key for the relay, one of the things that I ran into, and this is the first time I've ran into that, so I actually had to go back and redo it and actually add a 1N4148 diode on the input that goes to the keying transistor for the auto key that's in here. So real simple little modification, really easy to take care of. That took care of about 60% of it. Now, one of the things that I did learn was, depending on which model of Richard you've got as far as during the revision and serial numbers and what have you, there's a few updates to it, and it depends on how new or how old it is. But I actually had to go in and actually replace a couple of the little microscopic parts that are on the circuit board. So it made it very difficult as far as in regards to that. But we got that taken care of. Took care of the little glitch that was there as far as the muffledness, and actually picked up some good audio as well. So it's a little bit louder. Figured we'd run through here real quick, show a couple of numbers. One of the big things that we're going to concentrate primarily on is on the oscilloscope. I can still have to do a lot of this stuff by hand yet. It's kind of expensive to, spend the $4,000 camera for YouTube, but maybe in another year or two. Anyhow, so what I'm going to show you first is just our principal signal here, and then I'm going to go ahead. I've got a Wave Tech, and we're set at 29% because it's really difficult to actually get it exactly at 30%. And we are set at 1,016 as far as that goes. So, this was a $800 unit back in the day when I bought it. Granted, they've got a lot of different variations now where you've got all digital and everything else, but it still works perfectly fine for what it is. It's just a, it's just a frequency generator for what we're using it for, which is just for audio. So anyhow, since we're up here, we'll take a look at the frequency that we've got. And I am on channel 16, so 2715. It should be 55. It's right there at that 549998. So incredibly close. You can't really ask for much better for AM. These are very difficult as far as to actually change that in retrospect to the actual frequency to make any kind of changes. But anyhow, so we're going to just start here, show you what we're looking at. So with our 30% modulation going in, no flat topping, nice sharp rounded corners on the top. Unfortunately, my Tektronix, I've got to get it taken apart and looked at, possibly sent in for some repair as well, because it's been kind of going on the fritz. That's one of the things that I wanted to actually get an update to. So the shop add-on was very much more needed. So, all right, so at 30%, we've got 100 watt slug in 1x position, 50 watt slug in RMS. So on our 100 watt scale, which was our bottom scale, hopefully you guys can see that. Let me see if we can change the. Let me see if I change that lighting, if it'll be a little bit better for you guys here. I think that shows up a little bit better. All right, so with a 30% modulation, 100 watt scale, so bottom scale on the center meter, and we're producing approximately 30 watts peak power, and a 50 watt scale, which is our center scale, at about 50. I am running this into one of my microphones, so it's just a basic switch where I can turn it on and off, but it allows me to go ahead and work on the President style radios. Don't have everything set up yet for this particular combination of radios. Most of the stuff that I typically do is for the Galaxies and Cobras, and I've already got everything. Hello, check 1 2 1 2 audio. I was just talking real soft into the microphone. Hello, audio. So we've got our 60 watts with very little carrier. Let's turn the carrier up here a little bit. Audio. I can't whistle. We're the hoot guys. Audio. So still got our 60 watts PEP. We should get out of these. Audio. And almost 30 RMS. There again, everybody's voice is just a little different, so you're going to get different reactions. Same thing on the oscilloscope. Whenever you see somebody's voice, you're going to see all kinds of different arrays on that. But anyhow, Gary, I'm going to go ahead and get you boxed up here this evening, and we'll try to get this out. Get it back in focus. Just keep forgetting where I've got that zoom. There we go. Anyways, I'll get the tins back on this. We'll get it boxed up, and I will try to get this sent out on Monday, Tuesday at the latest. So it'll be heading back to you big guy. All right, guys, I appreciate it. Take care. Have a great evening. We will catch you on the next live feed.